the Ravens sideline, head coach John Harbaugh. His team fired up and ready for this one. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen on hand. The rookie Tyler Luke has the honors. The first Sunday night game of the year, and we are underway here in Buffalo. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There'll be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Cook. And this time, they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's out. Looking downfield for Coleman. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Moving outside the pocket, and that is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Flowers with the catch. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
That's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So, Greg, here are the Bills. What a year last year. 13-4, beat the Broncos and the Ravens in the playoffs. But once again, ran into Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Anything that we can say is that one thing to get them to the big game this time?
Well, I mean, we'd probably start with they need Patrick Mahomes to retire. But in all seriousness, Mike, I think when you look at Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, it's one of those things where they just happen to exist in a generationally great team in the Kansas City Chiefs, and one of the greatest players we've seen in the last 25 years at quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. So they just need, as hard as it is, they just need to continue to chip away. Just continue to go. They can't make Kansas City the boogeyman, because all of a sudden now that starts to get into your head. Continue to win the division, continue to get home playoff games, and if they keep knocking at the door, eventually they're going to get over that hump, because Josh Allen and this roster, they are a Super Bowl contending team. They just got to find a way to get over the hump in the game that matters.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. Forced out wide, and he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Brown 80! Hey, home! Alert! What's that?
Out of the gun, here's Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike. He's got his first sack of the season here early in Week 1.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it's come out to the 20-yard line. So on come the Ravens, and Greg, what a story again last year, 12-5, 13-4 the year before that. Regular season, they have been as good as almost anyone in the NFL, but it's the story if you're living in the AFC. Get over that hump, whether it's Buffalo or Kansas City. It's hard to get to the big game on this side of the draw.
Oh, there's no question, and I think if you're Baltimore and you're Buffalo and you look around, you say, man, we should have a couple Super Bowl titles. If we were living in a non-Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era, maybe teams would look at us a little bit different than they do, but they just need to continue to stay the course. Lamar Jackson, one of the best players, regardless of position, in the entire league, multiple-time MVP winner, so they have a Super Bowl roster. Let's make no mistake about it. They need to just continue to hold serve in the regular season, continue to play for division titles, get as many home playoff games as possible, so when the money's on the line and trips the Super Bowl on the line, they need these games to come through Baltimore. You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And they'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Peel it forward for maybe a yard. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down.
A gain of 2.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. He's got his man, that's Coleman. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On first and 10, it's Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
Round 80! Look out!
Again, it's Allen to the air. A ball deep for the end zone. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
Look out!
Throw once more. Here's Allen. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
19 yards. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Round 80! What's that?
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
To the air on third down, here's Allen. This is caught at 2. And he'll take it on in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. First touchdown pass of this 2025 season.
Makes the score Bills 7, Ravens nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So one quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Oren.
From the gun, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flower. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 33 yards.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Hey, middle.
2nd and a yard. They'll run it with Henry. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. 1st down.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
Again, right up the middle to Henry. And a good run there. Going to give him 5 yards.
Jordan Poyer on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bills' 8-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Lamar is going to work from the pistol. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And he'll fight forward, doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
They keep finding ways to keep this drive alive, and they're set up now for 1st and goal.
Hey, little.
But the fullback trying to power it home. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. You know, the quarterbacks and the coaching staff trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
He's got his man. That's Kincaid. Pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And There wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Alert!
Carries for Cook, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
Allen now on second down. And he's got it home. It's complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That pickup's good for 29 yards. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
A run up the middle with Cook. And he'll take this one in. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Khalil Herbert on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. From the 39, here's a first and 10. Off the play fake, it's Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
It's going to be third. They need one.
56, 56. 180.
We'll try and run here with Cook. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4-down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Underneath!
From the gun, here is Allen. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Colby. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want.
And he's in! James Cook, touchdown, Bills. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bills will take a 21-7 lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Khalil Herbert to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. To throw is Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues. That one on the former Washington Husky, Roger Rosengarten.
Still second down.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Hey, Ozzie.
Run the draw, and here's Henry. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. That's caught by Walker. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the clock is stopped with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
He'll get up and spike it, and let's check the clock. Maybe time for 2 plays here before the end of the half. Jackson now on 2nd down. A pass pulled in by Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at legendary Lambeau Field. It's the Packers at home to take on the Lions in the NFC North. And this is ARSB Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We'll look in on the Rams as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the 3rd-year signal caller from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud. A 17-yard touchdown pass. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And it's Kenneth Walker. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Seahawks wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. With that, a look at what's already transpired and what's still to come in a busy first week of the new season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. You got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow is the best player in the league. He was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Don't you think over? Who are the guys who watch in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. On the option, they give it to Henry. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2. And now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Ready?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Pistol gives to Henry. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now, Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Baltimore, 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
On play action, here's Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. The motion, a tight end, right. To the air one more time with Jackson. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
On is Luke to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Ravens 14.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, this is strong. And he is stopped. That's 25. The drive will begin there. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns and kick less field goals because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten to stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on the walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Cook. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Bills first down.
First and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Here's the first carry from man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6.
Green 19! Look out!
They'll run straight ahead with Cook.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and 2. Now Allen. And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown Buffalo. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens handed back out again. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. He's healthy. He's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Hey, middle.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This is Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Raven first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
We'll send a tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Back to the tight end, Bullard. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Oh. 2nd and 7. Jackson looking to throw. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And the Ravens are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Again, it's Jackson. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take this down to the 2, but a good tackle there. Going to set up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And he will score! Game on! Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. He'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
Ball
5.
on the 30 now. Here's
30-yard
second
line.
and 5. Allen will throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Roquan Smith working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. He'll air one out for Palmer. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Bills bringing on the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Really nice job by this running back here, Mike. I don't think this play was blocked particularly well. I think it was a combination of his patience and then his speed around the left side to not only pick up the 1st down, but pick up good yardage while he was at it.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Real quick, ready? So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down. Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down. Coming up.
I As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Hopkins sent in motion. He'll try to run for it, but he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ravens bring their punt team out. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And this is going to pin them back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On play action, Allen. Throw on the run is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. Finding room at the 35. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
He'll find Shakir open right side. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run out of the gun. It's Cook.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
35-yard line.
Second and inches. Once again, it's Cook. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Buffalo.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
1st and 10.
Identity! Look out!
They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. 1 game, 1 win here in this season opener. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. So it's a win here for the Bills. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.